Okay, so
All
let's
according to
start anew.
Kaikaku.
Let's start anew. No, we're starting here. All right, welcome back, everyone. And well, today we're on a little excursion. This was Rose's idea, so why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
Well, I thought it would be interesting to learn something about my people.
Ah, yes, the Miqo'te, the keepers of the sun and the moon, right?
Seekers of the sun and keepers of the moon,
Ah,
but
that was it.
almost,
My
yes.
mistake. Apologies. So then, how did they come here?
Well, long ago, when the sea froze to the north of here, of Eorzea, and where we came from, terrible famine struck us as every life ceased to slowly exist. So we needed to go somewhere else,
Hmm.
which was then to be Eorzea. Not many of
So
us made the way, but the ones who came are strolling about.
I see. I also know that a lot of Miqo'te prefer to stay in Gridania as it's not much of a city state and more free in the wilds. Is there any reason for that?
We are mostly, we have a strong tradition of hunting, and it's curious to us how most people in the Eorzea seem to like to flock together and build huge cities and block out all nature.
Oh, yes, that also was a huge surprise to me. You see, for me and Kane, we're Aura as a race, but we're part of the rain. And there's a similar ones to the Keepers of the Moon. For you, that's for us called the Seda. They are nomads, right, back where we come from.
Hmm,
But we ourselves are the rain are really secluded. We live in a city underwater, actually.
that's very interesting.
Yes, and it's we have the same reason we don't really enjoy being all close up to city states and these massive buildings. But do you have any idea which continent or land you came from?
Hmm.
Or is that
Yes.
unknown?
I I honestly do not know. I've heard a lot, but not much stuck around, as I'm sad to say.
Oh, that's a shame. Now, many great adventurers are Miqo'tes, one of which is Ishtola. Do you have any idea why that might be the reason that so many Miqo'te became great adventurers?
The only reason I could imagine is because most Miqo'te enjoy traveling, and maybe because of our history and the descendants of great hunters and basically adventurers who traveled lands.
I see. So then, well, would you say that Oshun the Wanderer is mostly your patron god of your folk?
I would say so. Yes, most of my people would definitely agree with that.
Oh, very interesting. So tell me a bit more about those clans.
Well, yes, as maybe you can see, I am part of the clan of the Seekers of the Sun, which is once again very divided into multiple smaller clans. But for most people, Seekers of the Sun is what we are.
Hmm.
Mostly distinguished by our slightly darker skin. All right. So, well, as you can see, that I am a part of the clan of the Seekers of the Sun, which you can see as mostly skin color and my markings.
Mm-hmm.
Seekers of the Sun have a slightly more tan skin color, while Keepers of the Moon are paler.
Is that perhaps because they hunt at the night and you under the light of the day?
Indeed.
Ah, interesting. So, do you guys also dress differently from each other, or do you all dress similarly?
Well, that depends definitely on the people. I all Dakota like to not wear the heaviest of armor. We like flexibility, versatility. We just like to move around a lot. So that is definitely reflected in how we dress. But then again, depends on the person.
Interesting. So, for let's say, what is a common trait among all Miqo'te, their personality and identity?
Well, let me think. Well, I think most of all, we Miqo'te do enjoy nature. We see ourselves as part of it, not as I don't know, many others as rulers over it or anything. We like to see ourselves as part of nature and live in accordance to it and with it.
You will be a great white mage then. It's a shame we don't allow many people to be part of it, but but I'm sure that Pajal would like you.
Also, when once we reach old age, we usually most hunters do not shun death at old age because they would be too weak to hunt.
I see. So you rather die than, or well, would you rather than die or?
I'm not very old yet, but there are those that I've heard that rather die in battle than sitting somewhere in safety.
Interesting. So I know from experience that there are also more free-willed Miqo'te compared to other races. Their way of life. They don't really like to flock together, right? If I understand.
They don't know.
Not even with their own kind.
Depends, but we're not used to being in huge groups, so we're
You
usually just
prefer to keep it, well, more back to the groundworks of when people started, right?
yes.
Ah, yes. Now, your tongue is rather interesting to me, as it feels rather solitary. Although people often still talk in a similar manner, it's usually I and not we from my experience. Is there any reason for that?
Can't tell you. We've learned the common tongue very early on because we still enjoy talking to others, but we also needed to trade for material.
I
But
see.
our old tongue still is there somewhat. Sometimes you can hear, I've never learned it, but sometimes you can hear the old hunters conversing in those clicking noises and
Hunt speak,
whispers.
right?
Exactly.
Hmm, interesting. So, now let's get a bit more into the Seekers of the Sun, which are you. Can you explain what they resemble the most and who they follow the closest?
Well, Seekers of the Sun have numerous devotees of Eorzea and the Warden, and we have about 26 tribes that are scattered across all of the realm, mostly in desert areas and like in southern Panaland and the jagged peaks of Eorzea.
Ah, yes, the part that is currently conquered by the Imperials, isn't it?
Yes.
Interesting. So, how do you feel about that occupation?
Well, yeah. I'm not much of a fan of occupations in any way, whether Imperials do it or anyone else, but I wonder how they're faring up there.
I see. So, what is the, well,
Ah,
where, oh, well, Sometimes you have to stretch your legs.
Yes, that definitely is what just happened.
So, Shino, are you still listening?
Um,
What was that?
I said I was still listening.
Uh-huh. This will all be on the test tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopeless. Anyways, could you tell us about some of your, well, how to say this, the naming of your culture and the culture itself?
Yeah. Hmm. Each of the tribes have adopted a name basically taken from one letter of the Eorzea alphabet. It also includes some self-made letters, but we didn't talk about that much.
I see. So, um, well, you do roughly resemble a smaller than the average Hayur. I would say your body is more closer to that of the Aura, in a way, in size.
Hmm.
Would you say we might come from the same continent?
It's certainly possible.
Well then, I hope you will help me in researching that at a later date, but um isn't there something about the divine fate that you people believe in?
Well, sort of, yes. I mean, as I said before, we some of us think that our names and our tribes are called and named by the letters is not just how we decided to name ourselves, but that it is divine fate how it happened. I'm not
Ah,
sure about that myself, but some people believe that.
interesting. So then, your culture, could you tell us a bit more about it? You said it was highly patriarchal.
It is. Yes, as you can see, it's on a highly patriarchal. There's while the females definitely outnumber the males by penny, but each tribe has centers around a strong breeding male.
Oh
Who's
dear.
mm, well, yes, they that
That sounds an
male.
awful lot like they have harems.
Yes, yes,
Huh,
they do.
surprising.
Whose duty is to lead them to glory and prosperity.
So what is a tia and a or nun?
Well, basically, young males are raised as tiers and must either become a nun by challenging and defeating the existing one
Hmm.
in single combat, or find a new harem to perform and lead.
Interesting. That's very interesting. All right.
Some people leave the harems like me, but most stay.
All right, then let's go to your brethren, the keepers of the moon. Can you tell us something about, well, where they mainly stay and, oh, pardon, the drinks are getting to me. What their naming system is and their culture, as well
Well,
as a
I
brief explanation before that.
don't know too much, but I think they're mostly around Black Shroud because its wildlife must be very active there, especially at night.
I see. So they hunt at the night, and well, I wonder, are you not at all familiar with them?
I know a bit. I can know that many of them are devout followers of Melfina, and that they had some issues with the people of Gridania.
Oh yeah, I am aware of that. So, what would you say would be the cause of this issue, or would you prefer that I explain it?
Yep. Please go ahead.
Well, they they have an issue with the Gridanian people because they hunt fiercely in the Shroud, and this caused conflicts. We saw the keepers of your people as little more than poachers because of their methods. But I know from recent years, and this is speaking about 10, 50 years and so on. It's recent for me, like a few days in my years, but how to put this? They reconciled their differences mostly, and today many keepers hunt in Solent with rules set by the Trappers League, but sometimes they don't, and this causes a lot of poaching, which is not a thing we as white mages appreciate. And that's actually the conflict.
I see.
Yeah. Um, well, do you know a little bit about their culture more?
Right. Well, I think they, in contrast to my clans and fundamental unit of keeper society is basically family, centered around a strong maternal figure and her children.
Oh god, that brings back memories of mom. Don't you think so, Kane?
Not just talking about it, it does. Why did you have to bring that up?
Because if I have to suffer through that memory, you have to as well. So,
Ah,
they are more matriarchal then, if I'm correct?
Basically, yes, they just center around their families. Like small communities of 2 to 3 families. That's it.
It sounds, to be honest, a lot lovelier than your people. No offense, but this seems less like, how to put it, inferiority, and more like we care for each other.
That's true. Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, it's a matter of perspective, and I'm sure that most nuns are good people.
I mean, mine let me go, so that was nice.
Yes, that's good. So, they are very known for decorating their faces with war paint, right? Is there any symbolization to this?
Hmm. I can't tell you actually. I don't know.
Hmm. Well, I do actually know. I was just wondering if you knew. It's a symbolizing tradition to ready themselves and resolve to stain their hands with blood, but also sending a message to their gods that they are prepared to serve them as warriors in the afterlife should they become an untimely end.
Huh.
And I think,
That's interesting.
yeah, I think it does. So, Shino, do you have any questions?
No.
I do hope you're not getting another F tomorrow, or there will be consequences. I will be taking all your alcohol away for one thing.
Shit.
So yes, I think, seeing as it's nearing night, we could go back to our home and continue classes another day.
Sure.
Sounds fun.
So goodbye, everyone.